Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here,
And BlueDragonFive.
and welcome to Talking Mrs. Bates, the show where we check into the Bates Motel.
But we don't always check out.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's been too long, BlueDragonFive. It's been too long.
Oh, you're telling me.
Okay, so we are back. We are back with the premiere recap series on this So You Want to Be an Imagineer YouTube channel, Talking Mrs. Bates. Oh yes, oh yes. So how long's it been, BlueDragonFive? When was the last episode of season 2? Do you know off the top of your head?
I want to say May. It usually
so
wraps up in
It's been a year. It's been pretty darn close to a year. It's been maybe 9 months, something like that. Long time to be away. Long time to be checked out of the Bates Motel. But indeed, we are coming back in because what do we get tonight, BlueDragonFive? What do we get today that made us want to do our speculation video right now, right away?
We got an awesome trailer.
Oh yes, oh yes. An awesome trailer with this many shots that we will be going over in detail, speculating about. But first, you want to kind of go over the ad campaign kind of leading up to the trailer?
Sure. The ad campaign was so good, Tiki and I were just going back and forth saying, oh, when would they give us the trailer? I'm so hyped up for it. We started with the thing I believe Tiki had to inform me about, because I was just like, I got the joy of being surprised when these things dropped. Peephole was our first little teaser glimpse into Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a new actress. Her name is, I don't know if you recognize her or not. Tracy. Really hard to pronounce the last name. Spiridakos.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
All right. Anyway, so new girl. We see her undressing. She's in red kind of sacrificial colors, perhaps. And how are we seeing her undress? None other than the most iconic peephole in all of cinema history. Norman looking through it. Norman is looking through the peephole in classic Psycho fashion, which is awesome, and just instantly hyped me up for the season.
Oh yeah. And then with Becoming Psycho, I haven't seen this in a while, so it was some weird time-lapse stuff going on, right?
Oh yeah, Becoming Psycho was even better than People. This one was real. I think this one informs the tone of next season so much. Of this coming season, we see Norma and Norman dancing, and they do this weird kind of like slow motion-y effect as they're playing a song called "Mama Gonna Give You Love." Really creepy. It has a really creepy atmosphere.
Old-fashioned music in Bates Motel.
Oh yeah. So they're dancing at this really weird swish slow motion-y effect, and it's going to pay off in a moment. But then they kind of speed up as they turn to different shots, and we see him watching her through. It's like they're on a turntable, like a Lazy Susan turntable of some sort.
Right.
So basically, the set's divided, and it keeps turning her. It's really cool looking, and we see Norma, I guess undressing or something, and Norman's watching her through the other side using that very same peephole. And then we get two awesome shots, very reminiscent of the movie. It's hyped me up so much. We see Norma in the rocking chair, which is fantastic. And then we see even better. We see Norman in the iconic kind of last shot of Psycho, just sitting in a chair with
oh yeah
on top there, and then we get
live.
And then to pay that off even more for a moment, we re-glimpse into that moment where him in the chair, and we zoom in a little more, and we see the best shot ever. Just blew my mind. They did the melding shot that we got a very, very quick glimpse of in last season. Really quick glimpse last season. We see kind of them doing a shot where they meld together. When he killed Blair Watson in season 2, we saw a brief shot of him looking in the mirror, and it was him and his mother laid over each other.
Right, yeah.
And here they did a really cool melding shot. You see Vera Farmiga and Freddie Howard kind of melded together, and it looks so cool. So I think connection. This is what I gather from this. Connection will be a big focus, a really big and really creepy focus of this new season.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems, at least if this trailer has anything to say about it, definitely seems like that is like I feel like as good as season two is, I think overall, I think you and me can both agree season one and two both were great seasons. I'd say season two was overall a little bit more focused, a little bit more coherent than season one was. The thing I'll
Yeah.
give it is that I think season one maybe had a little bit more of the creepy Norma and Norman action going on. You know, season two had a whole bunch of side plots with your good friend Nick Ford
Yeah.
and and stuff like that going on. A lot of stuff with Dylan. So I really feel like they're gonna really rate it back. You know, they're really gonna get it to all right. This is gonna be like really getting back to the really deep seated issues with Norman. Really excited.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they just dropped today. We got the trailer called Normal. First of all, I just love it's normal because it's so close to Norman and Norma. Literally, it's built into the title pretty much. You know, Norma is built into the title.
Yeah, exactly.
Which just look at the title. This pretty much sums up the whole season. Like Norma is within something.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, so you want to go over the shots?
I'm so excited. I love this trailer. So let's go through
Oh
it.
yeah, okay. I mean, it's only a minute long, but it packs so much stuff into it.
I was amazed by how much we got. First of all, I was worried, oh, it's another teaser. It'll be cool, but still on a trailer. But no, it was a full trailer.
Yeah, because when you first, you were really excited. You sent me, you were like, oh my god, we have to do it tonight. And I was like, and I looked it up, and I was like, really? It's only a minute long? Is there going to be enough to talk about? And yeah, there's definitely enough to talk about.
Okay. So you start us off. You start us off.
Okay, so the first shot we see is, well, actually, I'm kind of unclear. What is, there's some sort of conversation going on, and all I know is, Norman's kind of talking about, like, oh, that's what happens when I spend so many years really close to my mother.
Okay, here's what's happening. So first off, we see a really cool shot. Again, I think it's going to inform the season so much. They're really clever with all the shots they're putting in this little trailer here. That we see lipstick being put on. We don't know. It's it's shot so closely. We don't know if it's Norman or Norma. Most likely Norma. I mean, most likely it's Norma, but again, just the ambiguity of, oh wait, it could be Norman.
Right.
And while that's happening. And while that's happening, we hear Romero is chatting with Norman.
Oh, it's Romero. Okay, that's what I thought.
And Romero basically asks him, you're good with women. And then Norman says, yes, I like women. I guess I'm used to that, spending so many years close to my mother.
Oh, God.
And then we see some grand shots, and as he says that, again, we're not doing the editing justice. It's a really well edited trailer, but
no, we're literally going to talk about each of the shots. We're not going to edit them all together. I wish you could edit podcasts that way. You can't.
So as he's saying that, we had the shot that just made me so happy. He's caressing Norma's dress as he's saying, like, I've spent so many years so close to her. As he's holding the dress, I'm thinking, oh, this season is going to be the best one yet.
I really do think so. I'm really hyped up about this thing.
It's going to be a lot more satisfying than Arrow Season 3, I can say that.
Oh, let's not even get into that.
Sure. So then what do we get? What do we get next?
Okay, so next, looks like Norman. It looks like from what I'm taking away from the scene, it looks like Norman's been gone from school for a period of time. He's sitting down to have lunch, and then in his head, Miss Watson comes up, and she's like, oh, I'm so glad to have you back, Norman. And then Norman freaks out for a brief glimpse. We get this shot of a bloody apple rolling away, and then it kind of cuts back to Norman. So I assume that's all happening in his head.
Well, yeah, in his head, but I'm thinking if it's not, it could be just in his head or a dream, perhaps, because I'm saying the bloody apple makes me think dream.
You see, I'd like to think that it was kind of more of just like, he's in school, he's kind of trying to maintain, and yet he still is like haunted by the whole Blair Watson thing. I don't know. I think maybe, I mean, but you're right. The bloody apple is definitely interesting. Definitely, of course, very symbolic and whatnot. But
I mean, you definitely have a point. I'm just saying we have gotten dreams in the first season with Bradley being drowned.
Oh God, that's true. That's true.
So I'm saying it's possible.
Why would she drown in DragonFive? Why would she drown?
What?
Why was Bradley drowned?
Remember, Norman was like, it's
No, god damn it, you messed up the joke. She was drowned because she's not a nice girl.
ah. Oh, okay. Well, again, folks, it's been a while. Sorry.
gotta brush up on her in jokes.
Oh, but wait a minute. We have new and improved surprises for our in jokes. You'll see. Season 3 is coming back with some more surprises from us too.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Okay, so as the thing continues to play, he's caressing the dress. Blair Watson appears, really cool. Nice they got the actress back too. I mean, it's not like she'll be around on Once Upon a Time or anything. We see it all as a momentary shot when he's like talking to Blair Watson that you see the image of him killing his father from the first season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of really quick stuff that you probably caught that I didn't. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So then we see the bloody apple, and then he kind of, I guess, snaps out of it or wakes up or something. I don't know.
Like I said, I'd like to think that whole thing is going on like as he's just sitting at the lunch table, kind of just trying to be quote-unquote normal, as the title of the trailer suggests.
And you'll notice...
can't help but hallucinate about stuff like that.
And you'll notice in the background of the banner it says, welcome freshmen, so I assume, what would that place him in, like spring? It said welcome freshman, he's in high school, so let's see.
That would place them in the fall.
Oh, fall, okay.
Yeah, if it's a new school year, it'd be the fall, yeah.
Okay, then we're in fall. I'm sorry, I couldn't... I forgot which one of that works, but it's funny. So Bates Motel, we start off in a fall because we're near like kind of we're near a winter dance in the first season. Then we're in spring the second season.
Of course.
And now we're in fall.
Kind of skipped over summer there a little bit.
Well, you know what's strange? Summer also feels I wonder if they bled into summer in season 2 because it feels really.
I'm pretty sure they did a little bit. Yeah.
I'm just saying it feels more summery than spring-like.
No, you're right. It does. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Especially because it's like the hotel business is booming and there's a lot of tourists and everything.
Plus, Norman's not in school at all.
That's true. That's a good point.
Just saying.
Are we sure it's not fall? Are we sure it's not summer?
Well, I'm saying 6 months from winter, so winter 6 months.
Well, okay, let's say 6 months from December would be June.
Huh. Wait, was it 6 or was it 4 months? Wait,
okay, well, 4 months, and 4 months from February is June. It's still winter.
I don't know. We'll discuss that maybe in something.
Yeah. All right, anyway.
So Dylan, really good bit with Dylan here. Dylan, he's walking, he's talking.
Dylan kind of grew out his facial hair a little bit in between seasons.
Of course, young Bruce Wayne and all.
You're right. We do make that a jar. Duly noted.
Anyway, so we see Dylan is Dylan's talking to Norman. He's pointing out as we see it unfold, again, really well done, that it's not normal that Norman's 18. So again, a year has passed. So Norman is now 18. At least some months have passed, and now he's 18. Because before the big selling point is that he's 17, so he's like legally under, like he would need.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you see, this is why I have to rewatch season 2 because I forgot about stuff like that. Yeah.
Remember, when he gets in the legal trouble, he's basically excused by because he's a minor still.
Good point.
Now,
okay.
Yeah, because he's 18, I think it's going to be a big theme of like manhood in this season.
Right.
Or you know.
Yeah. But how can one establish manhood when this sleeping arrangement is happening?
Yeah. So again, just basically, Dylan said it's not normal for an 18-year-old boy to be sleeping in the same bed as his mother. Because then have
we gotten that before? Or is this a new development?
We've gotten this since season 1, Tiki.
Since season 1?
Here's the difference. So before it was more so they snuck it in their first season. Second season it was like there's the comfort Norman. Now it looks like here's the creepy thing we see in the trailer. I'll bring up in a moment. It looks like he's making a ritualistic habit that he's sleeping with his mother.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Now it seems like he's intentionally doing it.
And I'm betting that has to do with the traumatic aftermath of everything that went on with Blair Watson and the lie detector and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking now he's literally. That's why Dylan's pointing out because it looks like he just walks into the room, he sees them together, and he's just weirded out.
Yeah.
Max Stereo instantly has won me over in this season just with that one bit. Oh, that's classic. Dylan's awesome.
What was that?
Anyway, so then we see a shot of Norman's caressing some black undergarments. Whose we don't know.
Oh
Maybe
God,
maybe it's Blair Watson's. Maybe it's Norma's. Maybe it's
could be his new girlfriends. We don't know.
Could be. Could also. Well, I think actually it's a reference to the Psycho movie where we have, remember, the Marion Crane in her black undies.
Sure.
Let's see. So again, it's not right there. You're sleeping with your 18-year-old son. That's creepy. We have. Here's the big revelation.
I'm sorry. Going back, the shot you just talked about is him in the mirror, right?
Yes.
Is he wearing lipstick?
It's this whole trailer. It's hard to tell if he's wearing lipstick or not. I can't tell.
Right. Because especially the shot in the mirror, especially his bottom lip, looks particularly pink.
That could be cool. Anyway, so then here's the big revelation I was really excited about when they mentioned this.
Okay.
This whole trailer is full of tons of reveals that are really cool.
Oh yeah.
Just this first one has made me get really happy. It was Norma in response to what. It's just funny, just in the trailer, meeting a vibe. Okay, Dylan brings up this sick and wrong, but then Norma brings up this happy news because she just shrugs it off, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Norman, how would you feel about being motel manager? She's making
I would love to be your manager.
And again, that's sweet too. It's sweet yet creepy in this scene because it's sweet.
In bed, right? They're in bed when they're having this conversation.
The first two things. Let me get the first two things. One, it's really sweet callback to kind of their dynamic of him kind of not insulting her, but kind of sarcastically answering her "Oh yes, mother, I would like to do this. Yes."
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yes, I'd like to do this stupid thing with you, mother, because he cares, which is nice. It was a really nice callback. But then here's the creepy angle on, which makes me really interested in the season. They're in bed together. He's in his pajamas. They look like a married couple.
Right.
Oh my god! It's like they're reading the paper in bed. It's creepy.
Oh god.
He's in his pajamas and they're in it's not even the spooning embrace as usual. No, it's like the married couple stance.
Yeah.
It's like he has a side of the bed.
Okay.
Anyway, so then we have the seductive. I nicknamed this the seductive strap bit, where he's again married couple in bed. He's removing Norma's dress strap.
Oh god! What is the context of that? How can that possibly be okay?
A lot of people are speculating. I was noticing this in the comments, even little promo things that, especially in that second one, becoming Psycho. A lot of people speculate they're going to go the extra mile this season in terms of.
I know what you're getting at, but we'll talk about that when we get more towards the end.
In terms of changing the sheets.
Oh dear.
Anyway, let's see. So Norman, we also see Norman looking at a woman. Now here's some speculatory stuff in this just a little bit here. Norman is looking at a woman in kind of classic, well-constructed shot Psycho style.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing: we see a woman in wearing black again, kind of a little homage to Psycho. But here's the thing: looks like a blonde woman. And here's the other thing: the way her hair's up, it's hard to tell if she's the new girl who we saw in that Peephole promo, or it may in fact be Norma.
You see, I thought it was Norma.
My instinct was Norma, but then I'm looking at the hairs. It's up. It might be the new girl. But then again, looking at it again, I want to say it's Norma, but there's a bit of ambiguity there. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, why would Norma be? It looks like she's stripping off to go into the pool, though. Wait, do they have? Wait, I didn't know the Bates Motel had a pool.
Oh god. Maybe it's a new development. That's true.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel stupid because I don't remember them ever having a pool.
No, I'm pretty sure we've never seen a pool, and I know there wasn't a pool in Psycho. So.
I wonder if they're building a pool. That'd be interesting.
I love that. That'd be a really good season-long plot of
I don't know. The point is, we saw the
all the drama that comes along with that.
I don't know if I'm misremembering this or not. I'm just saying.
Or chlorine.
Did you see a pool in the tease? Do you remember a pool, or am I just imagining that?
I don't know where you're getting pulled from.
I don't. I'm just saying. I saw the woman walking around in her underpants, and there was like some blue lighting under her. Made me think pool. I don't know if it might have been
Could
the.
be, could be.
It could have been the sign.
We
Well,
don't
there's one.
necessarily know that that's in Bates Motel, though, do we?
You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a. There's
Like, for all we know, it could have something to do with Dylan and the drug underworld and stuff.
You definitely have a point there. It might be a different motel altogether, for because but then we did in season 2 we did visit another motel. We did the Sea King Hotel, the one where Caleb stayed.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, the point is we saw a girl there that looks a lot like Norma, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And Norman's watching her. Ooh. So then we have an awesome shot of Norman with a knife.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Always cool, always cool. And it seems like he's watching a woman get dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then basically there's Norma saying, it's not normal. It's not
It's
normal.
not normal. Where is this? Well, actually, like, what is she wearing? That's what I want to know.
Yes, that's the interesting thing, because you know me, I love my Norma Bates fashion.
Of course.
So I love that it looks like what they're going for with the fashion. Again, just trailer glance, mind you. I could be entirely wrong here. It looks like they're doing the awesome thing they did at the end of season 1 of making her dress more conservatively like classic Mrs. Bates.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they're giving her some quirky fashion choices, like this really weird rain hat she's wearing.
Oh, that could be. That could definitely be.
So I love that. It just made me think, oh man, they're making her look like classic, like older Mrs. Norma Bates. That's awesome.
Right, right. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's not normal, Norman. And then we have the cool symbolic bird in the hand shot of like holding a bird in the hand that's bleeding.
That might be my favorite shot of the whole trailer.
So implication being that bird was alive previously.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, oh yeah. Norman is killing dead animals and using them for taxidermy.
Which implies the birds might be a starting place.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because killing animals is, very, very, it's like a trope of serial killers. Like, that's where you start out.
Even Dexter Morgan started off killing a dog.
Of course, of course.
But also thing to remember. Has anyone ever told you you eat like a bird?
Oh god.
Sorry. Meanwhile, so after the little bird in the hand, that we have oh yeah, he's caressing his mother while she sleeps, and that's really it's a beautiful shot, but it's really creepy.
Also worth noting, we have text. He will become the son he was always meant to be.
Oh, that made me so happy. It's like, oh, this scene's gonna. I'll give you the overall what I think that they're gonna do with the scene with those little messages like that, and there was all off on that. So, and he's caressing sleep mom. We see that. Let's see. He says, as things are going by, which we'll get to in a moment on the shot list here. Says, one of us has a problem, and I'm tired of the assumption it's me.
I love that quote. Great quote.
And then this bit, I love that. This bit makes me really interested in speculatory. So he says, "Don't lie to me." He's talking to Dylan, presumably. It looks a lot like he's talking to Dylan.
He's like throwing something at him, right? Like,
yeah, he's throwing. Yeah, don't lie to me. Throws something at Dylan. Oh, it's really amping things up.
Then we have a shot of like Norma, and she, Norman's ominously opening a door, going into Norma's room or something.
Oh yeah, remember what Norma says. Norma says, important line here. She says, "You're gonna kill me, Norman."
Which, of course, as we all know, is Psycho. That's total foreshadowing.
I wonder if they're gonna have the guts to do it this season.
I don't know. It kind of depends on how far they want to drag out the series. That's what I think.
I mean, think about it, though. Yeah, you're right. It absolutely does depend on how long they intend on going. But still, think about if they pulled their trump. Like, it looks like season 2, they pulled the big trump card. And I wonder if they do it again, they might just keep going with her in his mind.
Card?
Like the whole revelation that he turns into his mom when he blacks out.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That, and then the fact that he did, in fact, kill somebody.
Right.
Big revelations. Anyway, so let's see. So you're gonna kill me, Norman, which opens up a whole string of possibilities. We see Dylan and Norman have a little skirmish after she says that, which makes me speculate. But I'll get into that when we get to the actual speculation.
And then we have a shot of Dylan holding him back.
Yeah, that's the shot I was talking. That little skirmish, he's
Oh,
holding
okay.
them back. Meanwhile,
And then
Dylan, gun drawn, is holding it, and who I couldn't tell if that was Romero behind him or another guy.
it could be Romero.
I kept trying to freeze frame, but he looks vaguely Romero-ish, but it's not enough to confirm.
Mm.
Anyway, so yeah, points like two guys with Dylan at the lead, guns drawn at maybe an intruder at the Bates Motel.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the back office. We don't see who. Maybe it's Norman. Maybe it's
Right, yeah.
guns drawn at him, being intense. Also, here's something that made me happy. Also, really worried. Norman. So soon it might be either or this coming season. We'll see. Norman and Emma getting romantic, kissing each other.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
I've been campaigning for that.
The shippers are going nuts with that.
Yeah. We saw there's a really cool flashy bit of it keeps cutting really quickly to our next bit. But before that, we hear Norman saying throughout the little flashy moment as it looks like he's having a bit of a breakdown during it. He says, "Mother!"
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We see a dead girl in the water.
Now, and it's also a blonde.
Well, there's the thing. I was rewatching it. You can't exactly tell if they're blonde or not.
You can't tell if it's blonde?
I mean, at first I assumed blonde, but rewatching, I think it's a lighting trick.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm just saying the hair looks like a dirty blonde or blonde. I can't tell what blonde is. I have a few. I got a few guesses.
I'm sure you do.
Got three guesses. Most likely it's going to be what I call a plot girl. Basically, a girl most likely in Dylan's side of the story, they found the girl or something, or someone. The girl was turned up and it's causing people to scramble.
But of course, I think the moment when we see that shot, we're meant to think oh God, it's Norma.
Yeah, obviously it's not going to be Norma.
Yeah, because they wouldn't just show that right away.
Don't
you think of the editing? That's kind of like the first impression we were meant to get.
Yes. However, to be fair, it could be not ruling out Norman having some momentary fantasies or anything like he did with Bradley in season 1.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm saying it could potentially be anybody. He just imagines dead in the water.
Yeah, very true.
Also, could be Bradley with some blonde hair.
That's right.
And basically,
could be Bradley.
If she changes her hair color, yeah, it could be a new girl. I don't know. It could be Bradley if she changed her hair color back. But here's the one I'm really worried about again because it's a little ambiguous with the lighting. I'm terrified it's going to be Emma.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Especially if Norma and Emma are getting close, that kind of means bad things.
Yeah, I'm really worried for Emma. So then also we get this really cool shot of the shot of the motel and really a lighting we've never really seen on the motel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like all sunset and stuff.
I kind of call not even sunset. It looks like the sun's right. I call it it's like the dawn. It's like the dawn of a new season shot.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
I kind of call it's the dawn of a new season.
Mm.
Get it?
And then the last shot is over Norma's voiceover. She's like,
"Oh, I love this."
Times we see Norman, and he is submerged in a bathtub underwater.
And a little reference to Bradley Martin.
Right.
But also, just the fact.
Maybe perhaps another subtle shower reference as well.
Of course, but still such a cool shot as he's there, and it's very. Of course, it's a huge homage to Psycho. Because again, I've even used this line in one of the things we've done in the past. It was Norman who said this, quoting his mother. And we actually see his mother saying this as we have a similar shot of Norman reacting as she's giving voiceover to something.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Yes, we all go a little mad sometimes, is what he says. And here we just have Norman saying, we all go a little mad sometimes.
Mm.
Oh, it's so cool. When I heard that, I lost. Oh my God, they're using the lines from the movie. Oh, it's cool.
Now all we need is for her to tell Romero that he wouldn't harm a fly.
Don't tease me with that thing. Don't. It's not fair.
Okay, so that's the trailer. So do you want to get into what we know?
Yes, here's what we know. Here's what's been said by the guys themselves, the creators, Carlton Cuse and Aaron My God. It begins with a K. Well, I know Carl and Q's, but it's Aaron. Aaron's name with a K.
Well,
I don't want to misname her, but I'm going to apologize profusely and say it's.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Anyway, so here's what we know. Here's what's been confirmed. Bypass is indeed happening. So as we know in the future, it will indeed happen. So it was confirmed that's going to be the big thing. Norma's lost this battle. Bypass happening. Nothing that can be done about it. Bradley is returning. Bradley will be back, and back she is. And the other one, here's the big one, the big, huge for this season. I'm a little worried it's going to be like a lot of plot lines, just given how many great shots we have in this trailer, but it's a big one, so I hope they do pull it off well. Caleb coming back. Caleb is returning, as we can always hope. You want to stir up the what?
I said he's such a fucked up character. It's just kind of like, yeah, we want to see him, but at the same time, it's just such an uncomfortable situation.
Exactly. If you want to stir up the tensions in the Bates of the Bates home, you gotta bring Caleb in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, so that's exactly what we know. Let's go into like who we know is returning this season. Or going to be in this season.
Carrie Aaron is the executive producer with Carlton Hughes.
Wait, Carrie Aaron?
Yeah.
Huh.
Carrie Aaron.
No, I got something.
Oh, also Anthony Cipriano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yes, so Kara and Aaron then. But anyways, yeah, it's great that I feel embarrassed. I forgot her first name. Aaron was like her first name or something. I don't know. There's a lot of some interviews. I get the names mixed up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't worry about it. I still love you.
Right. So, who we got coming back? Obviously, Freddie Highmore and Vera Farmiga.
Of course.
Max Theriot. Love that guy. Could be young Bruce Wayne, I say. Alex Romero,
and of course, Mayor of Gotham City's going to be back.
The wonderful Nestor Carbonell.
Carbonell, yeah.
Well, you know Nick Ford's not coming back.
Emma, of course.
Of course, they're bringing Olivia Cook, Emma, into it. I have a strong feeling Nick Ford will not be coming back, but there's a slim chance in flashback, maybe. I don't know. He's not confirmed. I'm just speculating. I'm just throwing it out there that he's not coming back.
Then maybe they can show a scene at a diner where he offers someone some damn water to shake.
Yes. Yes, that would be nice.
Because that is obviously the most pressing issue with Nick Ford for you.
Yes, it is. It's the only unresolved thing.
So the creators of Bates Motel, like Carlton Keyes, just watching this podcast and also subsequently watching all the other podcasts we do that reference that.
Yeah, because he has all that. Because he has that much free time.
Yes, of course, and we matter that much. Oh god. And they're like, okay, we need a Nick Ford scene. We need to right this wrong.
Yeah, we need to bring him back from the grave just to explain this one minor thing. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying it's my recurring nitpick with season 2. Anyway, let's see. So who else do we get coming back officially? We know that Rebecca Krasnov is coming back.
Who?
Rebecca Krasnov, Christine.
Oh, Christine. Okay, gotcha.
Who else do we have anyone else? I'm asking you. Do we have anyone else? You have the list in front of you, don't you?
Do I have the list in front of me? No, I don't. I have the. You're putting words in my mouth, BlueDragonFive.
I thought you assured me you'd have a list to go through when we did. Okay, never mind. Not important.
I don't think I assured you of that.
Well, then there was some misphrasing among us, but let's not get into it.
I guess so.
And anyway, so who else? Well, I guess who else are we pretty sure is coming back then?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Just but George, you're pretty sure is coming back.
Well, I would assume George is coming back.
Yeah. I don't know where I would get the cast for. Oh no, I got it. Wait, no, I don't. Never mind.
Did you try IMDb?
No, but hold on. Just keep going.
So yeah, this season, I am thinking overall for this, what I think they're gonna do with this season is they've given us two really good seasons, and they've done they've laid out their narrative. They justify we're not just gonna completely ride the coattails a second. We're gonna tell a story that's kind of worth telling here. They've done it for 2 seasons. They've obviously upgraded their methodology, as Tiki and I have discussed. Second season feels really tightly knit. They're more working on like a grander narrative than just breaking off into 2 sections. 2 awesome segments in season 1, but still 2 segments. Not all the way linking through there. So I'm thinking overall for this coming season, they've earned the right to, okay, you guys, you got a third season, do what you wanted. Now they've laid the groundwork for, we're in this universe now. I think now they're saying, let's delve into the film, let's play with the universe. We've earned it. We're gonna play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna hype the fact that we're from Psycho. We're from the Psycho universe. We're not. I guarantee we're gonna bring in Arbogast and all those guys, but still we're gonna do some pretty cool stuff.
So honestly, I don't know where I would obtain this cast for season 3 because it's not on IMDb.
Right.
So,
okay. Anyone else do you think we? I would like. Well, Remo, we can assume is coming back.
I would hope so. Yeah, I mean, if Remo just isn't there, I think you and me would both be very disappointed.
I'll tell you who I don't want to come back.
Okay.
I don't want that annoying little police, the sheriff's assistant.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about her.
I don't want her to come back. She probably will, but I don't want her to come back.
What about Emma's dad? Are we going to see any of Emma's father this season?
I would love Emma's father to come back. I would welcome him with open arms, even for a cameo.
I would too. At least we got a few name drops in season 2.
Yep. Yeah, even for a cameo, bring him in, please. Like, just even with like 2 scenes, I don't care. Just bring him in.
Oh god. Okay, let's see who else. I'm trying to rack my. What about was there anything? What happened with Zane's sister? Was she killed? She was killed, right?
Yeah, the Morgan siblings are dead.
Oh god, the Morgans! I forgot they were called the fucking Morgans.
However, and the brother sister that indeed did kill people. So.
Yes.
However, here's a big one. In terms of who we would like to return, see Cupcake Boy, like him to come back.
Cupcake Boy. Oh yeah, gotta have Cupcake Boy. Hey, it's Norman. Bates.
or his actual name, his actual name is Gunner, but he calls Cupcake Boy.
No, you are mistaken. On his birth certificate, first name Cupcake, last name Boy.
Seriously, Cupcake Boy is such a better name than Gunner.
I know.
Gunner's a sucky name. Let's see. Anyone else who we're forgetting who we like definitely to see come back, or at least who we expect to come back? Obviously, we mentioned Bradley Martin. I'm trying to think of anything.
Trying to think too. Yeah, we mentioned Bradley. What about anyone on Dylan's side besides
we
Remo
mentioned
that's still alive?
Oh, well, a lot of people did die in that whole. A few people died in the Nick Ford warehouse raid, so I'm not sure how many are left because I think they're just going to be restructuring the whole thing. So probably some trimmers.
Sure.
Which includes Cupcake Boys. That's probably why he's okay. I think we're just going to delve into the drug universe kind of fresh and new when we come back. So.
Right. I honestly hope it's not as big of a focus as it was during season 2.
I think it's gonna be mainly Norman's season, but I think it'll definitely. I don't think it's gonna play as big a role. I think it's gonna be like it's a restructuring, which I think season 3 is gonna be about a change in status quo, which is a really good idea.
Right.
And
yeah.
With
that in mind, I mean, maybe perhaps this is just like baseless speculation here, but maybe at the very tail end of season 3, they could have the ultimate change in status quo, which would be tongue twist. Norma's murder. That would be the ultimate game changer.
With the change in status quo, I'm just saying going in from the beginning would be, obviously bypass is coming. That's a change right there, right off the bat. Change in how the town is funded, which Romero and Dylan are going to have a big hand in. That's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be more like the underlying structure of everything, but in the forefront, we're definitely have the big thing being like another big change status quo. Norman now running the motel.
Yeah, right. Which that's his role when we get into Psycho. So it's good to see that we get that developed. We get to see like the genesis of him as a manager. That's exciting.
Yeah, yep. And we're gonna see how how Norman. I guess now we just kind of transition into just now we kind of gone through what we know and what we truly hope is like
Yeah,
Norman
yeah,
presence. I just will get into speculation now with that. So Norman now knows what he does. That's the big selling point of this season. That's how they've been selling this season, the creators and such. Norman now knows what he does, which is big. And here's my out there speculation for this season right now. You're
Okay.
gonna love this. This I hope you
Okay.
do. I'm gonna make a huge. These guys have really accelerated their plot, which is the fact that they in season 2 they reveal that he turns into his mother when he blacks out. That's a huge revelation.
Mm.
So what I think this next season is they're going to advance even farther than that. I think just the fact they're making a manager. I think this season is going to be like his Walter White season 5. Like he's going to be in power. Like he's
Oh
going to
man.
be.
Oh
I'm
god.
I'm thinking this is going to be Norman's big season. Like now we've established, now knows what he does, so now he's going to be in the classic. I think a lot of people are going to die this season, Tiki.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying all of our main characters. I'm saying a lot of people are going to die
Right.
this season, and I think Norman's going to be behind a lot of it. And he's just the idea is what they've said is like he's going to justify what his mother did it,
Sure. Sure.
as it helped
Uh,
him in the end of last season. So I presume a lot of people are going to die. And Norman's going to be on top of his game this season.
yeah. I mean, in terms of like just my overall vision for season 3, I definitely think we're going to be starting. I definitely think it's going to be like the aftermath of all the revelations we got during the finale of season 2, all the mother stuff and everything like that. And like I said, it definitely seems like sort of the long-term ramifications of all that business is that Norman has grown like just unhealthy close to Norma, and hence the sleeping together and everything like that. And so I'm guessing that what this season is going to be is it's going to be like Norma and Dylan both kind of like their crusade, like their plight to try and try and maintain some sort of normalcy for Norman. Try and like hope against hope that Norman can somehow turn out normal against all the crazy stuff that's gone down in the first 2 seasons. And then basically throughout the course of the season, Norman is just going to prove them wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see.
Like I'm thinking by the end of this season, Norman's gonna do something that's just gonna cause him to, or at least like if Norma is still alive by the end of this season, then I feel like she's gonna really want to keep him like even more recluse than normal. Like I'm thinking maybe if the end game for the season isn't Norma being killed, it's maybe Norma really going into like overbearing, controlling mother, like, holy crap, my son is a monster. I can't let this get out. I have to baby him. He can't leave. I have to just like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
really start to turn on the like over the top mothering.
So let me throw some stuff out here. So again, going with like kind of maybe season 5 Breaking Bad vibe for this season with Norman. I think Norman's gonna be the bad guy this season, definitely. I think it's gonna be him kind of discovering his like maybe on top of his game is a poor phrase. I mean he's gonna be discovering his game. He's gonna be going strong with it from out the gate.
Right, right.
However, I think there might be like a bit of a transition into that. Maybe he's just a little haunted. It's basically he's acknowledging that I do this, I accept this, but he's going to try justifying it to himself, which basically because he's haunted by the past of like from the trailer, like the Blair Watson thing, and probably his father, the murder, realizing he killed his own father. So I mean, I think so basically he's going to be a little haunted by the past as a bridge of accepting. He's going to kind of pawn everything off on his mother is the one doing this, and he's accepting that this is what I do, but it's because my mother's the one actually doing this.
Yeah, hence that great line. I think one of us has a problem, and I'm tired of the assumption being that it's me.
Yes.
So maybe Norman is going to definitely be just I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like Norma and Norman are going to be simultaneously being pulled closer together and further apart at the same time this season.
Oh yeah, here's some other stuff here. So I think just with the fact that he's becoming the manager of the motel, I think that just symbolizes with this season that Norman, because he's evolving. Obviously, he's 18 now. which means I think symbolically this season he's becoming a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's 18, he's becoming a man, and he's taking more of that guardian approach. As you're writing, he's a little more worried about his mother. He's kind of being closer to his mother out of protection, but also out of obsession.
Sure.
So I think he's taking the role of kind of protector, because think about it, he realized he killed his father, and kind of a bit of an Oedipus thing of like, I killed my father, therefore I am my father, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I think just the fact he's been promoted to manager is that he has a lot of confidence built in, and he thinks on some level he can get away with all the stuff he's trying to do, perhaps of maybe killing people, or at least trying to.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Maybe with his newfound power, he'll gain like kind of like a false sense of confidence. Perhaps.
Yes. However, I would like to see him actually. And I know it's kind of horrible to say to encourage people murdering other people, but
you're a Dexter fan, so
exactly. However, to be fair, I mean Dexter killed bad people. Norman not exactly killed bad people.
I can't wait to see Norman kill some innocent folks. Oh man.
We'll see. But the point is like that Norman, with this confidence. I think I just want to see him pull something off, because remember he almost killed Caleb the first season. He was just so close to it. I want to see him actually accomplish something. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that pissed you off, right? You really didn't like the fact that he didn't kill Caleb.
Well, I mean the fact that he didn't even get to stab him. I'm just saying, come on, little stab. But speaking of that, here's where I'm going to speculate. He's going to build confidence. I think he's going to try planning on killing Caleb this season.
Oh, okay. So like very methodical, like.
I think this whole season's going to build to. I have a few ideas of how this is going to transpire. I think definitely Caleb dies this season. I will bet you even Caleb dies this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he's going to plan on killing Caleb, and that's going to be where we lead off for the season, or at least kind of our quasi halfway mark. Or at the very least, he intends to kill Caleb. I'll get back. I'll put a pin in the Caleb thing for now. Until we get to some stuff later on. The point is, I think Caleb's death is going to be one of the big ones this season. Maybe that's the one that kind of starts him off, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, let's see. So Dylan, we mentioned Dylan's taking on the business with Romero's guidance, which is cool. And I'm kind of hoping that Dylan kind of forming his own team, his like own group, is like him, Cupcake Boy, and Remo. Think about it. This is an awesome team up. You got Dylan, Romero, godfathering him, Cupcake Boy, and Remo.
Cake Boy and Remo. Oh God.
Think about it. It's like
Michelangelo with that group.
Think about it. It's like not even Michelangelo. I'm thinking more like A-Team. Like Romero's Mr. T. Romero's Mr. T. Cupcake Boys, Murdoch. Remo's face. And Dylan's Hannibal Smith.
I smell spin-off.
White Pine Bay. Anyway, I'm kidding, but the point is, I like that eclectic group. Maybe like that's where Dylan's kind of building his new core group, like his own Guild Turner, so to speak.
Right, yeah.
I assume like Remo will be his Guild Turner, so to speak.
Of course, yeah.
And so on and so forth. The point is, I'm hoping Dylan's kind of building a network, essentially.
Are we going to spend another season worried about Dylan's going to die?
I think we're going to have to worry about everyone dying this season.
I think you're right, yeah.
I'll get to Dylan in a moment. We're going to get back. I'll circle back to Dylan. Let's keep pressing on. So, but if you want to jump in with anything, by all means. I'm just going through the list here.
No. At this point, I think you go ahead and take the reins. I'll just chime in.
So we kind of mentioned this previously. There are little Christmas installments. I think Christine's gonna be Norma's villain this season.
Who?
Christine.
I'm sorry, Christine. Yeah.
And as you can imagine, I think she'll be pushing for the bypass, which obviously she gets her way as she always does, to quote George.
Oh God.
And also, I think the big thing that's going to put them into conflict, and maybe Norma sticking up for her son, is like Christine's going to be trying to ruin the name of the Bates Motel. Maybe Norma goes up against her, runs home in tears, and then Norman maybe.
Oh. Okay, So you're saying like basically she's like just going around White Pine Bay and just spreading shit, just basically being a really bad gossip.
And remember, she's armed with information, like the whole Zach Shelby thing, and
Right, right.
I'm just saying, I think, imagine if Christine got a scene with Caleb.
That would be interesting.
I guess, the point is, like, I think Christine, that's the obvious move for Christine, I think, is, oh, you insulted me? I'm going to decimate you. That's what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Through my
Yeah,
prissy ways, I'm going to decimate you. I'm going to go around, say your motel's trash, like you are Norma Bates. You put on this front, you insult me, you insult my family. I'm going to tear you down to pieces.
Right.
I'm going to burn you to the ground. No, I'm quoting Romero now.
I'm surprised we got through the whole thing without quoting that.
Anyway, so the point is that she's going to ruin the motel's name. Perhaps, Norma comes home in tears after she confronts Christine, and then maybe Norman kills her. Or tries to.
That would not surprise me. That would not surprise me. That'd be a very logical notch on Norman's belt.
And maybe, incidentally, by killing Christine, it makes George, it puts George and Norma together, which he hates.
Oh, God. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I'd love that.
Maybe. So again...
Oh, God, yeah, of course. We love the Norman and George tension.
Oh, Freddie Highmore's so great. So you get the sense of how much he hates this guy just by looking at him. Also, so again, it looks like someone, I assume, and again, we really got sparse stuff on Dylan's side of this trailer, which you can blame, because we had a bunch of great Norman stuff in this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
It's looking like the only hints we had of Dylan, obviously Dylan drawing his gun with perhaps either a new guy and or Romero in the back behind him. Drawing their guns at somebody in the Bates Motel, so I'm thinking it's whoever's, because Romero did warn him, like, there was going to be a power vacuum here, so basically threats will be coming. We need a strong front, which is going to be you, Dylan. So that means whoever this new competition is, I'm thinking they're going to find out, oh wait, Dylan Massett's in charge? Where's his weak spot? He's with his family? Where does his family live? A notable business? Bates Motel. So I'm thinking the competition is going to maybe try to waste Dylan at his place of residency, and they're going to come there to save the day, perhaps.
That makes sense. I hope the villains, in terms of the drug storyline, are like, I feel like probably the weakest overall element in season 2 was Zane.
Right.
I'm hoping the villain, whatever character they introduce is. I mean, Zane was serviceable. He wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I always kind of felt like he was just a stock. Like, oh look, he's a crazy drug dealer.
Well, he was the Tuco that season.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just didn't think he had much dimension to him.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to remember.
I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying out of everything we got in season 2, his stuff was probably the most inconsistent.
I'm trying to think who the guy Norma, Norma had a little public tiff with in season 2 was that guy, something with a B in his name. Not who's B. Yeah, like I keep thinking here's the wrong name. I know it's not this guy because he's from Agent Carter. Elite Brannis, that's the name I'm thinking of for some reason. Yeah. But it's something, remember you called this guy,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Him to me might have been the weakest villain. But actually there was I remember something. In season 2, we have a really budding villain who we didn't see play out, so I wonder if he's going to be in this season. Remember the guy? There's a guy. It's when Norman gets arrested after the death of Cody's father.
Right.
There's a guy who's trying to buddy up to Norman, saying, "Let's talk about how you got that job." The Hank Azaria, the vaguely Hank Azaria type guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. I really need to rewatch season 2, man. It's been so long.
So like this guy, he said, "So let's talk about the bypass," and then Romero interrupts, saying, "Norma, can I see you for a minute?"
Oh yeah, that's right. Romero just literally interrupts. Yeah, it's just like, okay, I guess that plot will have to wait till season 2.
So technically that guy's the weakest villain.
Right.
Anyway, so the point is, I don't think we're going to have to worry about the drug stuff this season. Again, I think it's going to be more like low-key in the background. It's more like the Starve stuff. So I think it's going to be just them, just basically, I think it's going to end, at the end of it's all, it's just going to be Romero showing that he and Dylan are actually a strong, powerful team, and they actually stamp out the other guys. I think it's going to be the story in a nutshell for those guys.
Okay, you're
Like they
probably
might
right.
have like a spike where basically like maybe by episode 5 or something, then they encroach on the Bates Motel and then they stop and then that's pretty much them. That's it for the rest of them in the season.
Gotcha.
I don't know,
Okay.
maybe. Let's see. Also, I think Romero and Norma are going to get closer together.
I would hope so. That's definitely one of the I'd say besides Norman and Emma, that's probably the biggest ship of the series is Norma and Romero.
Yeah, I myself again like to see Emma and Norman date at least because they look really passionate when they were kissing there. I'm just hoping it's not going to be like a one and done, which would be terrible.
Oh God, what if it was just like Norman just basically like doing it out of pity?
No,
That would be
no.
really bad.
I have a really but I'll get into it now then I guess. So again, my fears for Emma. I'm really worried about Emma this season because I think she's a goner this season.
I mean, she's definitely a character. Like since she was introduced, she's a character, with an expiration date.
So
Quite
my
literally.
worry, literally. So my big worry is that with Norman, and Emma getting intimate, I think it's gonna be it for her. I think there's a chance like with Norman's modus operandi, he might sleep with her then kill her.
Oh God, yeah, right, right.
I'm really worried about that. I mean, at the very least, what I'm hoping they do, at least they date for a little bit, then they have their romantic relation, then it happens. At least they can build a relationship. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, look, at the end of the day, I love these two together, so being friends and whatnot. But still, I like these two kids that get together, like a
But
meaningful.
not if it results in Emma's death.
I mean, I'm just saying for a moment, like a meaningful relationship. But then if they get together, they get together. I mean, in so many ways, we speculate she would die in these 2 seasons out.
Right.
I mean, we speculate, like the tank gets shot, then she loses
Oh,
oxygen, she
oh.
drowns in the river, and
Yeah, that definitely freaked me out. The plunge, I thought she was a goner.
I thought she was a goner too. Anyway, so the point is, Emma, I think I'm gonna say whether that girl. Oh, here's the thing: there's a chance that in that one shot, the girl in the water, my instant go-to thought was like, oh no, if Emma dies, and that's how Norman disposes of the bodies, he dumps them in the water.
Oh God.
However,
Yeah.
I'm gonna subvert that by saying like I noticed a little detail in the shot that there was a chain around the tree or like around where the body was lying. So that makes me think it's not related to Norman.
Interesting. Okay.
Plus, it was
Okay.
in more of a swampy area. Plus, we saw in the pilot
Yeah.
he and Norman know how to dispose of a body properly. So I don't think it's his doing.
Mm.
We'll
Mm.
see.
Okay.
Anyways, the point is, I'm hoping at least Emma and Norman get some good mileage before she meets her eventual end. But I'm really worried she's gonna bite it this season, which is gonna make me sad.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just one of those characters where it's like right from the get-go, she was probably gonna die at some point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't it
I
be
got,
ironic? He ended up being literally the only main character besides Norman to actually survive.
I would be amazed by that.
Well,
Meanwhile, so yeah, we know Bradley's returning, which we can just assume is going to stir up some trouble, and I'm going to
now
call
let's
this right
talk
now.
about what would be the circumstances for her coming back?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe her mom again. The first episode title. We're not going to go through all of them at the moment. We'll build to that. But the first episode involves a death in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe Bradley's mom dies, and now she sees, well, I mean, you gotta maybe attend the funeral in some way or not. And she comes back, and well, she real thing about this. To be fair, all the drug stuff is settled now, so now it's under new management.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah.
So technically, she's in no danger. Mother dies. She feels compelled to come back because now she's an orphan. Her father died. Now her mother died. She feels sad. She comes back to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what brings her back, and then it's kind of notice. Well, now they're not hunting for my head right now, so maybe we can get together, Norman.
But you're not a nice girl.
And I'm kind of seeing Emma.
What?
Again, and I'm kind of seeing Emma. That's my hopeful wish.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, she's coming back. I'm sure she's going to stir up some stuff. And I'm going to call this right now. If any character's going to die this season, I'm betting Bradley Martin will die this season.
Unless my kind of little bit of a pet theory that she turns out to be Marion Crane.
No. I know I'm the first one that called that, okay? But I don't think it's gonna be in the cards.
Like I said, at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just kind of holding on to that.
Doesn't matter. That was what because I forgot Marion Crane's name when the started. I thought, oh, a blonde girl Norman's kind of enamored with. I'm thinking, oh, hey, maybe that'll be the girl.
Yeah, but I mean, you're like, I know what you're thinking in terms of why it couldn't happen. You're thinking like, well, he already knows Bradley, but I don't know. I mean, it's like we don't know what Norman's mental state is going to be like by the time we get to the psycho stuff.
I know
Like,
one thing. I'm gonna.
She could be a distant memory by that point.
I know one thing. I'm gonna lose it if they introduce a new character next season called Marion Crane. I'm gonna lose it.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Like whenever we see Marion Crane on the cast list, that's just gonna be like, okay, it's in game times here.
Oh yeah.
That's all good men would say. It's in time, kid.
It's vacuum cleaner salesman time. Anyway, so let's see. So it's Bradley coming back. It definitely going to stir up some issues if she comes back, and most likely, if any character's going to die this season, I'm going to say Bradley's going to die.
All right.
Again, please bring his dad back. We love that guy. Basically, the guys just have a little moment of like, the mentor passing, like a mentor passing of the torch thing. Again, to symbolize maybe Norman coming into manhood here. Like, hey, the mentor gives you the key, saying, hey, look, you surpassed me in terms of your tax returns. It's fantastic. You've done a great job, Norman.
Yeah.
Which in turn would give him permission, saying, I'm good at it. Basically building Norman's confidence up, like, yeah, I can do this. What if I did this to a person?
Oh God.
Or basically, like, what if I can do anything mentality, which would relate to him getting the guts to explore these mysterious feelings he has.
Mm-hmm.
Feelings that involve a knife. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so then, here's my big speculation.
Go ahead.
So I've been calling this in season 2. I'm
Okay.
kind of hoping it pays off this season again. Of all the characters, I don't want to die. But eventually I think will, because again, everyone is on the chopping block in this show except for Norman. That's the thing to bear in mind.
Yeah.
So technically in every season everyone's on the chopping block. It just depends how they sell us on it in terms of who we think's going to get the axe.
Right.
This season, I don't know. I think it's going to be part of a long line of casualties. I'm waiting for the scene where Dylan's trying to stop Norman from killing Caleb, and maybe getting stabbed in the process.
Oh no!
I'm thinking that's a way to end the season if they don't kill. Believe me, I don't want them to kill Norman. I'm saying they save. Personally, I'd say save Norman for another, but they could do it. I'm not. This series can do anything. That's what I'm.
I mean, I think that I don't see how you can get more than one more season out of a post-Norma Bates Motel.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's the thing. So I'm saying, look, just hold on. Again, it's kind of the double-edged sort of like you have a great series and a great concept for a series, but you're waiting for like those last 2 seasons, but you can't get them because you want some like good stuff in between.
Right.
But the point is, though, however, here's a way I would say you could definitely end it would still have a big impactful thing happen.
Okay.
What the ending of the season was, Norman has been planning to kill Caleb, and Dylan gets wind of it while he's caught up in the drug thing. Then he finally, towards the end, like episode 8 or something, he finds out, oh, he's trying to do this. He goes to stop him. And so then Dylan, by the last episode now, Dylan is trying to stop him from killing Caleb. Now he knows what he does. He's picked up on the fact Norman has been killing people by this last episode. So he's been killing people. Norman, this isn't right. Say, well, he deserves it, Norman. And then he switches in the full Norman mode, and he can't reason with him. And then he goes in to kill Caleb, and he pushes Caleb out of the way. Last minute is a stab right through the heart.
Oh yeah.
And then Norman goes out of blackout mode, and then he realizes. Then he realizes what he's done, and he's crying. And then maybe out of frustration, he slits Caleb's throat.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Like, of course, we've made a big running gag over when is Dylan gonna die, so it's not the first time we're speculating.
So I'm saying, what if this happens? So if Dylan's dead on the floor and he's grieving, and then Caleb's about to do something, or at least he's maybe about to take the knife away from Norman, and then Norman just snaps right back, and then Norman does a quick jump scare. Says, "You did this!"
No, I like that.
You always then like homage to our first episode. He's then in similar style to Keith Summers. He's just stabbing him over and over again on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You always did this. I was your sister.
Oh God! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
That'd be the way to end the season. And the big thing would be just Norman waking up and realizing what he's done and living with his consequences.
Of course, of course.
I would assume here's a way to end the season and maybe go into season 4. Here's like he has a complete breakdown after that. And season 4 is like he's in a mental institution. And he's doing like that moment of like that pretty much is like, and no one knows the reason because Norma was so good she covered up the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine the pain it must have gone through Norma. Like my son killed my other son, but I have to hide it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure about a whole season with Norman in a mental institution.
No, I'm just saying like the opening an episode maybe like he's getting. It's like Bradley Moore, like the homage the opening of season 2.
Okay. Right. Right.
Not like the whole like I wouldn't harm a fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, something like that. Anyways,
I mean, at this point, I definitely think if I were writing the show, I think 5 is a magic number. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just the Breaking Bad bias talking, but I think 5 is the magic number to go with in terms of number of seasons.
Well, let me run this by you too. Here's an alternate version of that season ender.
Okay.
So again, because I love Dylan, you know, Bruce Wayne and all, I love Dylan. So here's a way to keep him alive and still keep things interesting to end the season on. Even if you're not ending the season, I'll definitely put it in there towards the end or something. That we have that climatic scene where Dylan's trying to tell him not to kill Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan sees Norman kill Caleb, and he has to live with it. And he realizes, I'm putting my brother over the guy who's most likely my father because my brother needs it. Basically, living with the consequences. And maybe one day he takes what's happened here and he's remembering it. Maybe one day he's going to turn against Norman. It's not going to end well for him.
So essentially, he's basically like kind of like involuntarily getting dragged into the kind of crazy fold of Norman and all the cover-ups and stuff like that.
I'm saying Dylan's going to be faced with a moment that Norman was faced with in the first season of like the whole like, do I help him or do I condemn him? And he's going to help him.
Okay.
So I'm saying basically he's going to live with the fact that my brother killed my actual father who did horrible things. And he did deserve to die, but still he was my father.
Right.
So a complex relationship. I think that would definitely be another interesting way of going about it. That would still keep Dylan in the fray, but still basically kind of doing it season. Well, I mean, I know you haven't seen it, but I'm not going to completely spoil it. But the point is, like, kind of a season 7 ender for Dexter bridges into season 8 in terms of stuff like that happening.
I do. I know kind of how that ends. So yeah.
Yeah, the point is like basically someone finding out what the other one does, and then kind of living.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So that sort of thing. Living with the consequences of something goes against what they believed in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's see. Also, just overall, just what the vibe I really got throughout this whole thing. I'm just gonna be. I can bet you money. I know how High Moore is gonna up his game this season, and I'm impressed by just in the trailer, and he hasn't even barely done anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going. Last season, he did Perkins better than Perkins. Here's what I think.
That's what we keep saying. Yeah.
I think this season he's gonna do Farmiga better than Farmiga.
Okay, I get where you're going at. I love it.
I just looked at him in certain shots, Tiki, and I saw Vera Farmiga under his skin. I don't know how he did it.
I hear what you're saying.
It's not even using the cool visual effect. I saw it in the performance. It was amazing. Again, with the lipstick thing, it's like so good. There may not even be lipstick there, but it's the illusion of the lipstick.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. I think he's that good. He's just
man, freaking magic.
Like he's selling me. Here's the thing. Remember that line he had way back? I got in front of me. Just 1 second. Where he says, don't lie to me when he's throwing the thing at Dylan. I think he's Norman in that scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At the very least, I think.
Maybe in that instance, Dylan is kind of trying to calm him down about Norma, or I'm sorry, trying to talk down about Caleb a little bit.
Maybe. But at the very least, I'm thinking that that will either be him and Blackham going like full Norma, and like he'll be going Norma more frequently this season, perhaps. At the very least, what I think is going to be going on throughout the season, he's going to be subtly displaying the signs of Norma, like the whole nice girl thing. Remember, Nice Girl is remember in season 1, Nice Girl was definitely just him subtly becoming his mother. That was a nice little reference we got in the first season of that.
Yeah, right.
So the point is, I think this season more of that is going to be like him subtly doing like little quirks that his mother is. Again, he's looking at the dresses and stuff. I'm thinking he's slowly be more certainly having the tendencies of his mother.
I can definitely see that. I definitely see where we're coming from for sure.
I mean, just think of like some in the movie Psycho, some of the motherly tendencies he does have. Like he brings lunch, he brings sandwiches and milk to a nice girl.
I don't know. I don't think Marion Crane was a nice girl.
Well, I mean, as far as he was concerned, she was a nice girl. Anyway, so the point is,
he was kind of a fugitive at the start of the movie.
True. He didn't know that though. He didn't find the money. He was tossed away.
Right.
Anyway, so the point is, Highmore becoming like Highmore out. Sorry, I just remember my phrasing this. If Highmore does Perkins better than Perkins, he's going to do Formiga better than Formiga. I don't know. It's just, again, Vera Farmiga is a very fantastic actress in the show. I'm amazed to see how that's going to play out. I mean, again, the thing that makes me a little worried for Norma's fate, at least gets me thinking about it, is, again, so we have very little Norma in this trailer, because Norma was pretty much Norma in this trailer.
Right, okay, so, I mean, when they do go the whole route of Norman kind of being the central focus without Norma, which I assume they're going to do for a season, I don't necessarily, like I said, I still don't necessarily think that could go on for more than a season.
No, sure, I'm with you there,
but I definitely think that we're going to see, like, kind of like maybe an extended, like, version of kind of the Harry dynamic from Dexter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, but, like, even more of that.
Because remember, we did get a bit of that in season 1 and 2, of course, in the big moments.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, just make it, like, essentially make it so that Vera Farmiga is still, like, still has enough screen time to be a main cast member, just have all her stuff be in his head.
Of course. But let's see. So the thing is, I just love the way it's sold in the trailers that she's kind of like what she will be in the future, more sort of an object of Norman's affection.
Right.
So like pretty much, again, she didn't have a lot of character stuff in this trailer, so it makes me think maybe they're going in the direction of she's important. Don't get me wrong, and she'll have some stuff to do, but I think more so she'll be secondary than in most seasons. Mm-hmm. Like she'll be again, kind of like an object almost, but in terms of like an object we care about, it's still an object. In Norman's eyes, an object.
Right.
Maybe. So again, let's raise the question: how intimate do you think he'll be with his be with Norma?
Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to go full on sex. I mean,
a lot of people think they are. I'm just bringing it up. A lot of people think they are.
I don't know. I like, what would be the circumstances for that?
Well, the fact that they did Caleb, I think the fact that they did Caleb is the reason they're thinking that way. Because a lot of people say, well, there's incest in the show. Well, yeah, but it was dark and we never really saw it.
Yeah, but I mean, there was incest on the show, but it wasn't necessarily voluntary on Norma's part.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I mean, the thing is, the creepy thing is they showed in a really creepy way. Remember, like the really creepy, like just like yeah, it's so creepy. By the way, I want more touches like that in the scenes. The two scenes from last season that really just grabbed me in terms of I want to see this in season 3. Where it was just that whole, because again, with the Caleb thing, to mention this real quick, I'm glad I didn't forget this. Yeah, Caleb. Remember, he keeps swearing up and down. There's something that's missing from this story between him and Norm. So I'm wondering what exactly that is. Sorry.
No, I just think that's true.
Yeah. So I mean, there is an element there missing. I'm wondering what it is. The fact that he would still think everything's okay for him to go down there and visit. It had to be something really big. So I'm wondering if like the parents forced them to do it or not. I don't know. I can't really think of any more twisted stuff.
I think you're kind of right up that alley. Yeah. I think that's a good theory.
I can't think of how much more twisted it can get with those. And of course, the minute I say that, I know I'm going to be horrified this season in a good way.
Okay.
So I mean, there's that, but also the other thing that really got me, really something I do want to see, because we did in this trailer, we did get a glimpse of him killing his father. So I think that will definitely gain kind of a theory of manhood with Norman, like a theme of
Right.
manhood. Like he's now becoming the man, running the motel and whatnot, and taking the Bates name because remember Sam Bates was his father, so he's taking the Bates name, making it his own.
Mhm.
I think we're going to get some explanation to that awesome little scary bit when he blacked out for a moment in the car with Cody. When
Oh
he,
yeah, right.
no, not in the car, but he blacked out in the closet with Cody when we saw him
Mhm.
and Norma playing a scary game of hide and seek from their father.
Oh yeah, that was intense.
I want to see an explanation for that. I want to see a little bit more of that. What happened there?
Right,
I want to know answers about him and his father. I'm hoping they're going to at least give a little bit of that because we got that in the trailer for this. It makes me interested in that.
yeah, we'll see.
Because that scene was so intriguing. Just the fact, oh, they're playing hide and seek, and we had no idea. God knows what happened when that door opened.
Okay, so we're literally like running like the length of an episode recap for this, so we should probably
Okay,
wrap it up pretty
okay.
soon.
So again, so there's going to be a lot of death, and yeah, pretty much a lot of death. So we go through the episode titles now, real quick.
Okay. So let's see. So as you mentioned, episode one, a death in the family.
Okay, so
I think that's a good. I think you have a good theory that it could be a death in Bradley's family, and that's what brings her back.
so
I like that.
I have two alternative theories for that opening.
Okay.
Okay, so death in the family, definitely Bradley, be a way to get her in there and be like still a family thing. However, two other things. One, again, I'm not sure how it fits in with the little trailer clip we got, but they could work it in there
Right.
somehow. I don't know. Maybe Emma dies the first episode. She was like family.
Oh, I hope not, BlueDragonFive. I hope not.
Two actually another.
Oh, that would kill me.
Well, I
Oh,
think
what
it
the
would
hell?
kill her more so.
I'm sorry. Excuse the music that's coming from my computer. I'm sorry.
Right.
That was wrong.
Well, another way of going about it, again, keeping it like a death in the family, might be Emma's father dies, which would crush us. But another way of going. I'm
Could
just
be. Could
saying.
be. I could see that. Maybe that leads to some more kind of dark paths for Norman, in his mental state,
Again,
losing
if
another father figure.
exactly, maybe that'll trigger some flashbacks to his father, perhaps, and realizing that he did in fact kill his father, and now he's the manager, perhaps. But also, here's the other death.
Okay.
I'm thinking Caleb might. There's a chance to subvert all our expectations. You just kill Caleb right off the bat in the first episode.
That actually wouldn't surprise me. I could see them doing that.
Now I just threw out the whole climactic Dylan involved in the Dylan, Norman, and Caleb's death because it's always been in my mind. I'm saying for all we know, they could just start the season with a bang of Norman just starts out just showing you that he truly knows what he's doing now, and time has passed, so a year has passed technically, and basically we just start off the season like Dylan's coming home or he's in a motel or something in White Pine Bay. We have a Breaking Bad style opening of him driving to a motel and whatnot to a motel back in White Pine Bay or his own home or somehow, and then we just see little hints of Norman in the background. Then pretty much he turns around and he just kills him.
Oh. I kind of think that maybe if they go the Caleb route, I would think maybe the whole episode would kind of be a build up to that.
Sure, it could actually end like the first episode of season 2 where Bradley killed somebody.
Or even even the pilot. Both seasons so far have started with a murder, so.
So yeah, they could definitely go there. I'm saying maybe the death in the family would in fact be Caleb because member of the family death.
Definitely.
So there's definitely. I'm saying you could subvert our expectations by killing him and just but still make it. I would assume they make it meaningful. Definitely, that'd be a shockwave to go throughout the whole season of killing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. That would definitely be the big sort of event that starts everything off for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see.
Okay,
What's the next one?
episode 2. We have the Arcanum Club. Now, me and BlueDragonFive are very confused about this word because we're not, we're not the most well-read folks. I mean, we try to be, but
Yeah, Arcanum.
we looked at. I'm sorry. At least you can pronounce it right. We looked up Arcanum, and the definition is 1, a deep secret, a mystery. 2, specialized knowledge or details unknown to or misunderstood by the average person. Or 3, A secret essence or remedy, an elixir.
What was the first one again?
A deep secret, a mystery.
Right. So, the first two definitions are definitely could relate to stuff. Second definition might indeed relate to Caleb. So, if they didn't kill Caleb in the first episode, it might be a revelation as to what. Even if they did kill him in the first episode, it could be like revelations after the fact about what happened. Like, basically, I think that might be revealed in that episode, like what exactly transpired, like what's the missing detail Caleb has been hinting at. Because you can tell something held back in that description, right?
Right. Yeah.
And also, overall, the show could be chock full of secrets. Like I assume.
Of course. So it's a very fitting word to use.
I presume whatever Norman does would be kind of the secret.
Okay, but the question is, what's the club?
Club.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the third one, right?
No. We're on episode 2. The Arcanum Club. Arcanum.
It's Arcanum Club. I forgot the club.
Arcanum Club. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I think it's going to have to do with Christine, then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me run this by.
Maybe it's Christine spreading the Bates family secrets around the town, perhaps?
Yeah. Oh, here's an idea. So Christine, she has a little social gathering club, like basically kind of a book club, but they don't read any books. It's like tea party type thing, like, socialite gathering around, like they say, "Oh yes, I'm so high society. Oh, we're having fun. Let's shop." That sort of thing. And I think in this episode,
some cheese. Oh yes.
And you know what would be kind of a clever way I wouldn't put past these guys if they had like just basically used a bunch of the definitions throughout the themes throughout the episode. So basically revolve around a bunch of that.
Right.
Yeah, so basically we maybe could play with the Caleb revelation to that, but also with the Arcane Club. It would be like Christine, some revelations about like what exactly George and Christine's relationship is, because Mary Christine always gets her way, and apparently there's some dark history there. And maybe we'll get into Christine's motivations for like why she gets her way, and why exactly she's going so hard at Norma. Like she really hurts her feelings because like Christine has a screw loose in terms of like she befriended Norma really instantly. The dealt a huge connection to her.
It was very we talked about it in season 2, but Christine was very over the top, fake nice to Norma. I felt like.
Well, at first I think it was genuine, but I think it's genuine, but she still has a screw loose like a bunch of people in the town. So,
but I feel like Christine's the type of person where even if she absolutely despised you, like she talked nice to your face for the most part.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I'm thinking.
Definitely an air of fakeness about her.
You said because you had to remember. I mean, Norma just had like an angry thing she said to George, and that still made it way down the grapevine, and she just turned on her instantly. So definitely there's some. There's something off with Christine there. Like someone just says one nasty thing even about her,
right?
And she's going to instantly turn on you. Apparently, with all the resources she has.
Yeah, a little scary about that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I think we're going to see kind of that we're going to be sympathetic towards George, maybe because you and I are still ambiguous to how forgiving we are of George, because we have differing opinions on how genuine it is. I got to rewatch the next episode. I'm going to rewatch for Bates Motel season 2 will in fact be the George episodes. I'll be weighing on that a little more at some point. Because from what I don't remember it being that bad. Like he didn't have that much dark motives for what he did with Norma.
I just remember him being a jerk.
I remember him being a jerk. That's the thing. That's where we differ on the thing. I have to rewatch. I'll be rewatching and give you a view on that. So.
I mean, like you said, it's been so long. I don't even remember like specifically what bothered me about him. But I do remember he gave off bad vibes for me.
Yep. Okay, what's our next one?
Okay, well, I think we can go through both of these next two really quick. So, persuasion.
Persuasion could be. It could be Norman again. I'm just throwing so that if Caleb did die and Dylan knew about it, maybe him persuading, or actually it might be Norma persuading Dylan like to look the other way about what's going on with Norman.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Overall, I think persuasion might also
narrow and something to do with like something that Dylan has to do.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's funny. I was literally about to say that. Yes. I think it's going to be a business tactic that Romero's trying to
Right.
employ, and that'll pay off in the end, which also relates to another plot going on, which would be persuasion. Also, might be like, what if this is the episode where Norman's trying to make peace with Christine,
Could be. Could be.
and it ends up not going well.
Okay. Episode 4. I think this might be fairly self-explanatory.
I think you mean 9, don't you?
No. I mean 4. 4
Oh, we
is
have.
Unbreakable.
All right, sorry, silly me.
Yeah.
Still, oh yeah, Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, I would assume, would be the bond between Norma and Norman.
Yes. Also, I think it'll also be kind of like Norma's resiliency might be called the question. Like she's been through so much and she's still unbreakable.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I think that kind of speaks for itself. But then finally,
wait. Maybe.
Yeah.
If there's out there, and maybe it could be like in a bit of an ironic tale where Emma might bite it this episode.
Oh, I don't like all this Emma Death talk, BlueDragonFive. I don't
like it either, but we have to discuss it.
I know.
I'm just saying, Unbreakable. She's like kind of like the China. It's like from. I know you're not gonna like this comparison, but it's kind of like the China girl from Oz the Great and Powerful. Like she's very fragile.
The China girl from Oz the Great and Powerful was one of the few things I actually liked about that movie. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then finally we have episode 5 through 8, no title yet, but oddly enough, episode 9 we have a title already, and it is it's a big one. It is Crazy. Yeah, Crazy.
I remember Norman is called Norma Crazy a lot of the time.
Now, we can literally go on for another half hour about what this could mean, but let's kind of keep it brief. What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to involve Norman. Yeah. I think just the question of I think obviously bad things are gonna this is one of the crescendo of things going wrong, and basically things are about to.
Of course. Yeah, it's gonna be maybe like the Ozymandias of the season.
Yeah, even though we had stuff following Ozymandias though, but yeah. I think
it's definitely the high point.
I think the stuff's going to hit the fan, but it's going to be also a lot of build up for the last one, and with that, I think it's going to be a question of everyone's sanity, Norman's sanity as well as Norma's sanity, kind of looking at. I think it's going to look into their psychology together and see how that's working out.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at is he truly crazy, and what should we do something about this?
Right.
But yeah, I just think overall, these things are going to be really crazy in the episode. So I think,
I would say so. I would say that's a good assumption. Yeah.
Also, I think maybe the drug thing might have a bit of a side plot of escalation, but not overshadow anything.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that if there was one flaw in season 2, I think maybe the drug stuff kind of overshadowed the Norman stuff a little bit.
Yeah, but it was such a cool moment. Dylan took on and just walked down to the street. Yeah, young Bruce Wayne mode. He's walked down the middle of the street and took down that car.
You just want a young Bruce Wayne show. That's not Gotham with him.
I don't see why we can't have Max Therian as a young Bruce Wayne going around the world training. Going on some adventures, maybe meeting Ra's al Ghul. I don't see why it's not in the cards. He's got downtime,
All right, well, I'd say that's as good a time as ever to stop, because it's funny. We've just been going on and on and on about this. There's so much potential for this season. There's so many loose ends, so many mysteries, so much crazy, awful, creepy stuff that we still need to get to match up with the Psycho storyline. Overall, what do you think, BlueDragonFive?
Overall, I am really, really looking forward to this season. Again, I think it's going to be the most movie tie-in of the seasons, which I'm really looking forward to. Which they said they've been treading lightly on that, and now it looks like they're really indulging it, but still telling their own story, which I'm really they've earned it. Because let's look at Breaking Bad. One of my favorite seasons of Breaking Bad. We love all the seasons of Breaking Bad. Let's say that right off the bat. But season 3 is when a lot of the really interesting stuff happens. Because then you got the twins, you got all your cool actiony stuff, and you got your good plot stuff with Fly.
it's almost like season 2, or I'm sorry, season 1 of Bates Motel, where it's like almost 2 half seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everything after, everything before, like everything leading up to 1 minute, and then everything after 1 minute.
Exactly. Because matter after 1 minute's when he gets the new job.
Right, exactly. So like so I want to say season 3 is almost like the prequel. Well, I mean, of course it's the prequel to see, but you know what I mean? It's like season 3. The second half of season 3 is almost kind of like the, like the, I don't know, like the prologue to season 4, if you
Yeah,
will.
prologue.
In terms of tone and setting everything up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, I'm very much looking forward to the show. Like, now they've earned their chance to take they've earned the opportunity to take a lot of chances. The big thing that I'm curious about with the series overall is that they've always said they have a beginning, a middle, and an end worked out for the show already. And they told the beginning, obviously, of the first season. But we don't know if season 2 is middle or not, because again, we don't know how many shows they're planning on. So the question always remains, like, what stage are they at? So I'm thinking this one might be the middle stage.
I'm thinking so, yeah.
I'm going to give them, optimistically, I'm going to give them 6 seasons, optimistically.
Like I said, I think
I know the 5.
Pushing it. I think 5 is the magic number, but
Don't get me wrong. I'm with you with the 5. I'm with the 5 range, but also I'm going to say in the range of 5 to 6.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm saying Breaking Bad technically it feels kind of like 6. Breaking Bad.
I like to consider season 5 all one season.
I wish they released. Why can't they just release it all as one season? Why that huge break? It's.
I know. That huge break is going to live on in the memory of all Breaking Bad fans.
It's the break that broke Breaking Bad. But anyways, the point is, I'm looking forward to Bates Motel season 3. It's going to be a thrill. I can't wait. It's going to be the most thrilling season yet. Get it? Thrill.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock. Proud.
I think with that, the only thing left to say is wait for it.
Norman! Wait! We reopen in March.
Fair enough. The doors to Bates Motel reopen.
In March.
In March. Norman!